I'm here today to talk to you about an awesome activity. This is called the STEM Mouse. You can buy it from Barnes & Noble or the Learning Resources who make it. And it's an awesome activity because what the kids are doing is programming this mouse to get to a block of cheese. And they're able to customize this activity in so many different ways. In this box, you get a couple different things. You get these purple blocks which become the wall to your maze. You get these green boards, and this is what the students can build with. You get these awesome direction cards to help guide the kids when they're coding and figuring out which way to program the mouse. You of course get the mouse and the cheese. And then they give you these awesome task cards which can help your students to figure out how they want to make their maze. Now they can obviously create whatever they want, or they can use these as a guide. Now I use this with my students from kindergarten all the way through 4th grade, and it can really be programmed and changed depending on their age level. My kindergartners basically build a basic maze, and then what they do is put the cheese in a certain spot that they want. And from there, I have them put down these direction cards to understand which way they get the mouse to move. Then they get to program this mouse. So what happens is they press the yellow button to start. They pick the direction that they want their mouse to go to reach the cheese. And then they place it on the green blocks and the mouse moves. And if they're correct, then it will reach the cheese and it lights up and makes that sound, and they know that they programmed it correctly. And if it goes the wrong way, then I tell them to just stop the mouse by pressing the yellow button again and try again. Now the great thing about this activity is depending on your student's grade level, they can really change it. My kindergartners, I kind of lay out the map for them and I have them put the cheese where they want. Now with the older grades, they can look at these task cards which range and level, and they can build a lot more complicated paths for the mouse, and they can use more code and more directions to get the mouse to reach the cheese. They can also start to add these little tunnels that the mouse can go through for kind of more fun. So all of these have so many different ways that they can change their board and have fun with it. So it's really great because it can be something you can use over and over again, but every time the children do it, it's a different experience. So I'm gonna give you a little glimpse of how this game actually works. The first thing you wanna do is tell your students to create their path. They can use the purple blocks as walls to guide their mouse, and they wanna put their cheese down in whatever spot they choose. Then you're going to have a starting point for your mouse. I tell my students to lay out the direction cards on each block so that it's easy to follow when they're going to set it in the actual mouse. So the first thing they would want to do is go straight, turn, straight again, straight again. Basically, each square needs to have a direction card for the mouse to move. And when it's laid out like this, it's going to be easier for your students to program. So then I tell my students, press the yellow button to start new, and then they want to hit the colors for the card or for the direction. So blue, orange, blue, blue. They always want to take away the card, and I have them leave it on the side so that they can check if they put the right directions. If the mouse went the wrong way, they can just try again. So you place the mouse on the middle of the square facing the direction you want it to first go, and they hit the green button to start. And then the mouse basically just takes off. And when it reaches the cheese, it lights up blue and it makes that noise, and the students know that they were successful. One thing I would tell you is if you have younger students, be careful when they're putting their maze together. You just want to have them place the one of the green blocks right on top. You don't want them to bang it or to kind of snap it together. It really So the cards tell you the directions. How's your mouse going to go through?
It's going to turn right here, and then it's going to go straight.
So that's all for this video on the STEM mouse. I definitely recommend it for grades preschool all the way up to 4th or 5th grade. My students love it. It's easy to use. They can use it over and over again, and it costs about $50. Certain stores give your teacher discounts, so check that out and get it for your class. Let me know if you like it.